Hello there. So last weekend I saw 3 movies, 2 in the theater, 1 at home, and though I liked 2/3 of what I saw, one of them really stood out to me as one of the best movies of the year. The Banshees of Inisherin is a black dramedy written and directed by Martin McDonagh of Seven Psychopaths and 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri, 2 films of which I have yet to see, and stars Colin Farrell, Brendan Gleeson, Kerry Condon, and Barry Keoghan. The film follows 2 broskies after one of them decides to break up, and some wild chicanery ensues, leading to some of the funniest and saddest moments of the year. Going in, I had baseline expectations because the promos I saw looked good, but didn't contain anything that made me want to rush to the theater, you know? Cast looked good, seemed well shot, but hell, I didn't even know the basic premise until like 4 hours before seeing it. But, as you can tell, I loved this film. Funnily enough, I was going through a similar personal issue when I saw it, so that definitely played a role in why I loved this so much. However, I don't want to talk about myself because, you know, but now let's talk about this masterpiece of modern cinema. Considering the premise, when I heard this was a comedy drama, I was hoping for at least a reasonable amount of comedy. I was not in the greatest place last weekend. But somehow the comedic writing is so strong that I got more than I hoped for, but also the right amount. One of the things that make the comedy work is the tonal consistency between the ha-has and the... Damn. Yeah, though it's one of the funniest films of the year, it is also one of the most devastating films of the year, and maybe one of the most depressing films I've ever seen. The gradual shift in tone is done almost perfectly and makes the relatability of the situation, well, I guess more the idea of it, far more impactful. Every cast member in this film gives their all and made me completely forget I was watching Mad Eye Moody or The Penguin or Barry Keoghan. Each character feels like a real person. This feels like a fly-on-the-wall film that escalates very quickly. It genuinely got a couple tears out of me. I've been on both sides of the situation before and can completely understand where either's coming from. Colin Farrell delivers a performance that is both heartbreaking and hilarious at the same time. Brendan Gleeson is very subtle in his emotional expression, but that makes for an even more gut-wrenching climax. Kerry Condon is a straight man, and I love it. And Barry Keoghan gives a great performance that fell into the everybody talks about how no one talks about it territory way too quickly for my liking. The cinematography is gorgeous and has some breathtaking shots, especially the last act. The whole, last 15 minutes are brilliant. The final shot, I believe, is absolutely gorgeous. I want to buy it and put it on my wall in a frame. The editing is good and works well enough, but is probably my biggest issue. I don't know. Not the editing itself, but, the Banshees of Inisherin takes its time. Now, in the moment while watching it, it's a gripe, but it's kind of the same thing as Nope, where though it takes its time to reach what it's trying to do and say, it pays off relentlessly, becoming one of the best films of the year. However, I think that issue might have to do with the fact that I saw it in the theater and couldn't see how much was left, but that's on me. I have this thing where a film might feel longer if I don't know how long it's been. Another issue is that there's some recurring characters, specifically this one recurring character that shows up and is treated to be like a big deal, but isn't. They don't really do anything. I don't know, but it makes for some good comedy. The music and soundtrack was wonderful, and yeah. If you don't know my rating system, an 8 out of 10 to a 9 out of 10 is a golden ticket, and a 9.5 out of 10 to a 10 out of 10 is a trophy. I'm gonna give The Banshees of Inisherin an 8.5 out of 10, a golden ticket. I know it seems a little low for a film that I pretty much only praised, but I've thought about this film a lot, and the rating might get higher the more I think about it, but I'll just have to wait and see if that changes if/when I see it again. But that's all I got for you guys today. I've got a massive video in the works right now, but I don't know when it'll be done. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching, and stay gold, everyone. Toodles! I might be a little under the weather, who knows.